Tomorrow, I'll be finally home, but I'm too tired to keep driving anymore. I'm returning from my 3-month expedition to the salt mines, and it was all worth it. My research will be completed soon, and I will go to a much-deserved holiday. Perhaps somewhere near the beach will do me fine. After much driving, I find a small hotel. It doesn't look like what I'm used to, but after camping for 3 months, this will be like the Queen of England's accommodations. I park my car in the empty parking lot and grab a backpack with my essentials for a single night. I won't be staying here any longer. I walk slowly to the door and see the strange name. The Last Stop. It's a bit chilly, but I'm so tired that I'm dragging forcefully my feet. I don't expect this place to be very comfy, but I'm sure I will have a long night of sleep. As I reach the door and open it wide, a small ring sounds. The vestibule is dimly lit with a yellow light that resembles many scattered lit candles. It has very old furniture, something like the 70s. On the walls are many dissected heads from stags, bears, and other animals, and it's covered in a brown tapestry with gold-colored birds. It has no windows whatsoever. It's as cold as it is outside and smells like ancients. As I get to the counter, I ring the small bell twice. A few seconds pass and very slowly an old woman arrives. She seems to be very ill because her skin was really pale and her lips are purple. Her hair is very thin and silvery gray. Her skin is so wrinkled that she looks like she is at least 80 years old as far as I can tell. She's dressed in a black simple dress that goes just below her knees. Despite her appearance, the lady smiles nicely and speaks to me in a very kind voice. "Hello, my dear. How can I help you?" Appearances could be deceiving. I smile back at her and answer, "Good evening, ma'am. I would like a room, just for the night." "Oh yes, my dear," she said happily. "Not many polite customers like you around here anymore. Many of them get scared by the looks of an old woman." "Why would I be scared from your look, ma'am?" I lied. This lady knows I'm being polite, but still she seems happy about it. "Let's do something, my dear. Just for the night. I'm giving you the hotel's special room. It has hot water, a tub, a king-sized bed, and it's soundproof. Best of all, for the regular price, $10. From the looks of the vestibule, I don't know what to expect from this special room, but I'm taking it anyway. "Thank you, ma'am. I'll take it." I pay the room fee and pick the keys she gives me. Room 8, it says. That's the one midway through the hall on the right. "Good night, Mom, and thank you." As I start to walk towards my room, she calls me. "Wait a minute, my dear." She says it in a very serious tone. I turn towards her and she's looking at me very serious. Now she really looks like the scary woman everyone is supposed to be scared about. "I have a warning for you. After you get into the room, lock the door behind it. No matter what happens, do not open it. If you hear something strange outside the door, do not pay attention to it. Just ignore it. There is a small window in your room. If you hear or see anything through the curtains, do not move or open them. Ignore that too. If you hear someone is trying to open your door, don't do anything. As long as you remain quiet in your bed, nothing is going to happen. Turn off your lights after 11 and don't turn them back on until at least 5 a.m. Do not leave your TV on. Do not leave the room before sunrise. And don't leave your bathroom door open, not even ajar. Is that clear?" There was a silence after this. Why is this lady giving me these strange rules that seem so far-fetched? She has been really nice to me so far, and I don't want to upset her. Perhaps that's why this hotel is empty. "Don't worry, ma'am. I'll have everything in mind." "Great," she says, and her expression changed again. "Good night." I walk towards my room, and the small corridor is just like the vestibule. It's narrow, with the same ugly brown tapestry. On these walls are very old lamps, which gave a dim yellow light. There is also a dusty red carpet that goes all the way to the end of the corridor, where a long window with a red curtain marks the end of the way. Everything seems calm, like it's empty. There were no cars outside, so this was only natural. I think. Roommate, here I am. I open the door and what I find is more than I expected. The room is fairly big, enough for a king-size bed and 2 nightstands on each side. On the opposite corner is a door with a bathroom, with a tub, toilet and a sink. Across from the bed is an old TV that I'm pretty sure doesn't work. And right in front of me, to the left of the bed, is the small window the woman told me about. But it also has the same dim light, red carpet and the ugly brown tapestry. I lock the door behind me, take a quick shower and go straight to bed. It's 11 o'clock, but I'm so tired I'm dozing off. But as this happens, I start to think about the lady's warnings. Why would someone go to those ends to make sure somebody stayed locked in a room? I do not have the time or energy to think about it.
Leave me alone!
Someone yells suddenly.
Leave me alone, you murderer!
It's a woman's voice, yelling just outside my door. I quickly turn off my lights.
I will kill you! I will kill you as I killed your mother!
Says a male voice.
I have a knife! Come any closer and I will use it against you!
Said the woman.
You don't have what it takes to use it, and I'm going to use it against you.
There are some noises outside, like of a struggle. Then a muffled voice, like when someone is pressing a hand against the mouth. The man's voice with a lot of pleasure behind it.
I told you I was going to use it against you.
Then I heard the sound of a knife piercing the skin. 2, 5, 12, 20 times, and every time with a muffled scream. And then all went quiet. What's happening in this place? This is a terrible place to be. I want to leave right now, but out there could be this murderous man waiting to strike again. Okay, I need to calm down. If I stay here, nothing will... What? Somebody's knocking at the door. Who could be at this hour? And how do they know there's someone in here? Do not open the door. I hear in my head the lady's warning. I close my mouth shut so strong that my teeth are piercing my lips and try not to make any sound. Hello? Is anyone here? I need to use the bathroom. It's a child's voice. Can't be more than 10 years old. What is this child doing at this hour on this place when there might be a murderer roaming outside? They start knocking again and trying to turn the knob. Open please, or I'll open myself. I need to use your bathroom. I'm not opening. This is much too weird.
Open or I'll burst the door open.
As they say that, the voice changes from that of a child to an inhuman scream. They start to turn the knob violently and slam the door. It seems it's going to fall at any moment, and then suddenly stops. Okay, I'll go somewhere else, says the voice again in a child's tone. 2 of the warnings the lady gave me, both happened. What is this place and why these things happen? I don't think I will be able to sleep. I'm too scared to close my eyes. Every moment I hear, there's a strange noise. Everywhere I look, there's a shadow. At least time has passed. I'm too tired. I think I might fall asleep. What time is it? 2 a.m.? I can see it in the clock on the wall in front of my bed. I slept for many hours, but nothing more has happened. I'll be leaving this place soon. They're knocking again, this time from the window. If you hear or see anything through the curtains, do not move or open them. I remembered the lady's warning, and I was going to follow her advice.
Hey man, come on, let me in. It's cold here, and this lady won't let me in. She says I've killed so many people already, but I won't do you in, I promise.
I'm not going to do anything. Breathe, open my eyes, or even move a muscle. I'm staying still as a rock until he goes away.
Open the window, damn you!
He's becoming violent.
Open it or I will open myself and rip you apart limb by limb.
He started to hit the window, and it seemed that at any moment it will shatter into 1,000 pieces. But nothing happened.
Come on, I've calmed down. Open it. Let me in. We can talk as friends. Open it.
Or I will enter and kill you in bed.
His voice became a diabolical yell, But after that, it all went silent. I am safe once more. Now I know that as long as I remain here and follow the lady's advice, I'll make it through the night. What's this? Suddenly I'm feeling really tired. I open my eyes again with a lot of effort at 3 a.m. Something's not right. It's cold. Too cold. Way colder than before. I try to scan the room through the darkness to see if there's anything strange. Everything's okay. The door's locked. The TV's off. The window and the curtains are closed. There's nothing strange in the bathroom. Did I leave that door open? I was so tired I did not realize I had left the bathroom door like that, and she warned me about it. Oh no. It's getting even colder. I need to close that door, but... oh my god. I can't move. My limbs, my head, my mouth, nothing. I can only move my eyes. What's going on? What is this sensation? I feel much hatred in this room. Hatred towards me? There is something inside that bathroom. I can feel it. I can see it now. It's slowly opening the door and gliding inside the room. It's coming slowly, but I can move my eyes enough to see it. It seems to be a male, at least 6 feet tall. I can't figure it out exactly how he looks, except that he has a black coat and a wide brim hat. Can't figure out the details of his face or the rest of him. It's like he's made of shadow? And his eyes, those terrible bright red eyes that seem to come right out of hell. I can't see a mouth, but I'm sure he's smiling. Or at least savoring the moment. He keeps coming slowly towards me, not taking his horrible gaze from me. I have a sensation of pressure on my chest. I can't breathe properly. The closer he gets more difficult for me to breathe. He's now by my side, at my bed's edge. He reaches what must be his hand and extends a finger. He slowly touches me with it, and what a searing pain. I feel like I'm being electrocuted. I look at his eyes, and he has widened his. I can feel his enjoyment. I want to scream in agony, but I can't. I'm still paralyzed and at his mercy. He lifts his finger and looks at me. He tilts his head and almost closes his eyes like examining me. Then, out of nowhere, I hear a terrible voice. It's not inside the room, but coming directly to my head. This creature is speaking directly to my brain, and I will never forget what he tells me.
It has been fun to play with you all night long. Don't worry, our little game has ended here for the time being, but I'll be back someday to play with you again. Wait for me.
With that, he vanishes. Now I can move, but the pain of the electrocution has multiplied. This wasn't a dream. This wasn't an illusion. This was real and my body's the proof of it. I'll just have to wait a bit longer. It's 5 a.m. and there's light outside. I'm leaving this place forever to never return. I gathered the few things I brought last night and leave through the narrow corridor. The door is clean and there are no signs of struggle from the murderer or the children slamming my door. I don't care either. I arrive to the vestibule and there's the lady. "Good day, my dear. How was your night?" she asked me. "Everything you told me. I heard and saw terrible things." "Did you now?" she said seriously. "I did warn you." "Yes, but how is that even possible?" She grabs me by my arms and leads me out of the building. "Look, my dear, some things are better left in the shadows, best left unknown." I want to keep asking, but she shakes her head and smiles. "Time to go, my dear. You've been so nice. I'll remember you. Please do not forget about me." "Be sure of it, ma'am. I won't." "Lady, take care of yourself." I hop into my car and start the engine. I will be home soon. Before leaving that place forever, I look out of my window to the lady. She's smiling at me and waving happily. Of all the weird things that happened to me, perhaps she's the weirdest of all. I drive to the main road and turn into it. After a few yards, I look one last time to the place through my rearview mirror and... what is this? In the very place where the hotel was, there are some ruins. I stop my car and watch in terror that there is a collapsed structure from a fire right where I spent the night. Everything burned to the ground. The remains seem to be very old. How is this possible? I just slept there. I heard and saw terrible things there. This shadow headman paralyzed me and electrocuted me, and yet there's nothing more than rubble there. Have I lost it? Am I insane? I turn back to resume my driving, but then I see her, the old lady waving happily at me. I can hear her voice clearly on my head again, telling me while she vanishes before me. Some things are better left in the shadows, my dear. Best left unknown. If you reached this far, please give us a like, consider subscribing, activate notifications, and follow us on social media. Soon, we'll be back with more inside the cleft of the mansions.